hands-on experience. We don't just talk to them. We give them hands-on experiences. It provides for work-based learning experiences, your internships, your job shadowing. It's a head start of career education. And it's also a head start on industry credentialing. We've heard that all morning. Industry credentials, stackable credentials. They need to be transferable. They need to be meaningful. Does the industry recognize those credentials? And it's also a head start on dual enrollment towards post-secondary degree. Okay, so now that we've kind of gotten the gist of what a program of study is, I need a fist of 5. I need 5 fingers if you feel really comfortable with program of studies, and you'll come up here and help me present. 5. Okay, 1 feels really comfortable. Great. Do you want to present?
Not really.
Not really, okay. 4, I feel comfortable with program of studies, and we have them in our district. 4s. Okay. 3s, I feel comfortable with programs of study. 3. 2, I know the definition of program of study. 1, I'm here to learn. Okay, great. So we've got this, it's a pretty diverse group. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more deeply about programs of study. Perkins Act, Section 3, Paragraph 5, which is on page 94 of the Perkins Law, defines a program of study as a sequence of courses that provides individuals with coherent and rigorous content aligned with challenging academic standards, relevant technical knowledge and skills needed to prepare for further education and careers in current or emerging professions. Proficiency equates to an industry-recognized credential, a certificate, or an associate degree. Can we remember that verbatim? Here's a simplified definition. Program of study is a comprehensive, structured approach for delivering academic, career, technical education to prepare students for post-secondary education and career success. Makes sense. So with the program of studies, the design framework, at minimum, must incorporate and align secondary and post-secondary elements. We've been talking about the vertical alignment, the partnerships between post-secondary and secondary. Let's not forget our industry partners. They can give you a lot of input and a lot of feedback as to what it is that you need to be teaching, what skills need to be incorporated. Include academic and CTE content in a coordinated, non-duplicative progression of courses. What do your dual credit articulation agreements say? Are you having those very candid discussions between secondary and post-secondary? If your dual credit agreements need to be revised, let's revise them and make it a little bit more understandable as to who has what responsibility. Offer the opportunity where appropriate for secondary students to acquire post-secondary credits. Are those credits being transcribed at the time that they're being earned? Are they non-duplicative? Do they provide that pathway to a career? Are they in a sequence? Lead to an industry-recognized credential, certificate at the post-secondary level or a post-secondary degree. Again, are those credentials stackable? Are they transferable? Are they meaningful? Are they going to give the student the upper edge to a high-wage skill, that position? Is it going to give them that leverage for that higher position? Here's a visual of a program of study. And it's got 10 components to it. So you have program of study up on top. You define the cluster. What's the cluster that we want our students to move to? Then you define the pathway. You're narrowing it down. And then we determine what major needs to be declared when those students get into the post-secondary schools. And then they start taking their courses. So it just starts defining. So again, the two areas here, the broader designs here, you got secondary and post-secondary. They should be aligned, leading to credentials. And then you got these other sections here that tie the two tracks. You've got college and career readiness standards. You've got guidance counseling and course sequence at the secondary level, the blue. Credit transfer, so whatever they earn at the secondary is going to be able to transfer to post-secondary. And the advisor continues on with the career advisement and course sequences, keeping the students on track. The orange ones here, teaching and learning strategies and technical skills assessment. How do we know our students are gaining the skills that they need to be able to succeed in that industry? Outer, the gray area, legislation and policies. We have policies that we have to adhere to. We've been hearing about the reauthorization of the Perkins Act. That's coming up. With that authorization, we're going to be getting some new criteria that we're going to have to meet. You have your partnerships, your industry, post-secondary, secondary, anybody else who can come in and provide some of that positive input. Professional development. Are we current with our programs of study requirements? Are we current with what's out there? Are we current with our resources? Are we current with industry needs? Are we current with teaching strategies? Are we current with the assessments? Accounting, accountability, and evaluation systems. What processes do we have in place for accountability? So I'm going to go ahead and break this up further. We're talking about partnerships. This is where we're going to talk about our secondary, post-secondary alignments. Are you aligning your curriculum? Are you aligning the requirements? Are the expectations of those students earning those credentials aligned? Professional development. Are we current with learning styles? Are we current with best practices? Are we current with industry requirements, industry credentials? Not only as instructors or administrators, but even our guidance counselors. They need to have that current information when it comes to programs of study and pathways. Are they current? Accountability and evaluation systems. What systems do we have in place to know whether our students are succeeding or not? What systems do we have in place to know whether our programs of study are effective or not? Do we conduct program reviews? How do we know our programs of study are successful? How do we know what the weaknesses are, if any? College and career readiness standards. Again, the standards moving from secondary to post-secondary, is there that seamless transition? When you think of course sequences, are these course sequences aligning towards that pathway, towards that career? Or as mentioned yesterday, are we allowing our students to go ahead and take one class in nursing, another class in welding, and then another class in auto mechanics? Is that a sequence that's pretty coherent, yes or no? Can students change their mind? Absolutely. But again, we need to do the best we can to keep them focused. Your transfer agreements, again, the formal agreement between secondary, post-secondary. What are the details? Are the courses going to be offered at the college setting? Are they going to be offered at high school? What time? Who's going to be the instructor? What does the course syllabi require? What are the outcomes that we're expecting for those students? Guidance and counseling, academic advisement. Your counselors need to be well-versed with the program of studies, the pathways, industry standards, next step plans. How many of us do next step plans in our school districts? Are those next step plans revised? Are they revisited?